Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Turn that down. I probably could have streamed while I was in Squirrel's stream. Just bring him over here while I'm over there. Kind of like a combo. I don't know what my connection is like. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, seems okay. Close that down. Got StreamYard open here. Close that down. Yeah, I think we're good. I think. I gotta clean my chat here. It's picking up my chat from Squirrel's thing here. Just clean that. If at all possible. How do I do that? Filters. Filter. Pretty sure there's a way to do it. But I don't see it. Oh well. Anyway, folks, here's my chat. My chat-a-rooney. Playing along with Fritz. Gonna get started here in a minute. Gonna work on some Flames of War. And gonna work on some Napoleonic Russians, which is a commission. What do I do with those guys? Gotta get organized here. Fritz. Let me see. Got this batch here. These guys just red. These guys are red and gray. These guys are red, gray. No turnbacks. So this is a separate thing here. Alright, let's do that. I'm gonna paint some gray overcoats on these Russians. That's what we'll do. See how I like that. See if I can finish them all off. And for my Flames of War, the black hole of tanks. Not sure what I'm gonna do. These guys are primed. I don't need to do anything on them. I got a sprue of infantry I got to clean up. And I got some more tanks to prime. Hand prime. So yeah, I'll take down a couple tanks and we'll prime them today. Let's see, it's the 11th. So we got what? 8, 9 days? How many days we got till the start of the winter warmer challenge? 9 days. So a little over a week to get ready, to make all the prep. Of course, my challenge is to hit the beach box for Flames of War. That's what I'm talking about here. Priming and de-spruing and all that stuff. That's my project. So I don't want to start painting them yet. I'm going to wait until the 20th to do that. But I'm going to get all the prep out of the way, get everything cleaned up, put together, assembled, and primed. Put on their strips and so on and so forth. And when the 20th hits, that's when we're going to start painting them. I'll probably start with the tanks because they're easy. Easy stuff. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I'll probably do all the tanks in one sitting. I'm not sure how many tanks I got. Is it 9, 12? Is it 9? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't know. I think maybe it's 11 tanks. I'd have to look. I know you get 3 Panzer IVs. And 6, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it 8 Shermans? 8 or 9? I don't remember. Oh, I got something else to do here. I gotta open up my chat. Let's see, Cat is there. Let me open up the chat here so that I can actually see what's going on. Talking to myself. There we go. I read. How you doing, Nordic? I'm champing at the bit to paint some miniatures. I can't wait till you join us. It's going to be awesome. My order is not shipped yet. I'm considering getting a box of something on eBay to paint. 10 days, 9 days. Oh, Cat. Got Cat there hanging out. Chatland, how you doing, Matt? 9 days. I would have called it Stripperland, but that isn't family friendly. Kit Kat, what are you up to? I will be painting by Christmas. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, chat is working. Let's do a little minimizing there. Nothing much, Nordic. Just jamming out to Huey Lewis. What else would you be doing? I mean, seriously, did anyone have to really ask? Come on, Nordic. Get on the ball. Get on the ball, will ya? Come on. What's going on here today? Poor Cat. She's gonna think we all forget about her. How could we do that? I mean, come on, Huey Lewis. Huey Lewis in the news. Cat? 1 + 1 = 2? Come on. Romans, baby. Of course it's going to be Romans. Thinking ahead you are, Nordstrom. That's what that is. Little thinking ahead. Okay, okay. Seems like an odd subject to paint Roman's baby, Matt. Take care of that ball, damn it. Take care of it. Yeah, Matt's going to do a little show of his own there. Bring Nordstrom into the fold, and Nordstrom's going to be doing his own channel stuff too. So it's a good motivator here. I'm glad I could be part of the whole thing. We'll see some new faces and some old faces returning. That would be Matt. To the YouTubes. That'll be good to see. Be good to see. Kat, you're up next. When you're feeling up to it, you're going to start streaming too. I can't wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Can you see how excited I am? Kat's going to have her own channel. She's going to be doing stuff, streaming her music, her singing, her hobbies, her cars, exposés on her latest finds in the car industry. Yeah, imagine that. We'll all subscribe, so you'll have a nice little fan base right to get you going, Kat, so you'll be all set. Same thing with Nordstrom. We'll all subscribe, you know. That's how you get the balls rolling. Not old, I am refined. Nordic has a wrench, so he can post links now. Let me go check and make sure my stove is off. Some pictures there a squirrel posted of his backyard. Yeah, he's got snow over there. Just saw your pictures, squirrel. Backyard. Snow. Just getting started here. Squirrel, you're probably done. You gonna do any more tonight? How's my stream now? Is there any lag or anything going on? It's a little bit touch and go in Squirrel's stream for some reason. At least on my end. Let me fix this. This. Is there an echo? Shouldn't be an echo. Got my earphones on. Got my settings right. Everything's off over here. I think we're okay. Wonder what that was about. Squirrelage. Yeah. I think I'm all set here. Jeez. I've been spending the last hour getting ready to do the stream. I don't think I've accomplished anything. I did remember to plug in my optivisor. It's fully charged. I did do that. Got my miniatures out, so we're set with that. I've got my plans here. So yeah, finally I can get started here. No excuses now. All right, Matt, take care. We'll be here. Matt has always been one of the most enthusiastic people I've known when it comes to this hobby. He has not changed in all the years that I've known him. Almost childlike enthusiasm. I mean, he gets so dastardly excited. I imagine he's like that with everything in life. He seems to be. But I know he is with the hobby. He gets all giddy. I always had this attitude of, oh, there's so many things I want to do. There's so many things I got to do. And he always had plans left and right. I'm talking about him in past tense for some reason. I don't know why. But, yeah. And he's still the same way. A lot of enthusiasm for the hobby. Yeah, that's going to be some project. As long as he paces himself and enjoys the whole process, I think he'll get it done. It all depends if he starts setting deadlines or not. I think if he joins the Winter Warner and gives him Winter Warmer and sets a little chunk of it to be a challenge, something small to get done, that'll be his challenge. Something he can reasonably get done. Like I said, he's very enthusiastic. We'll get started here in a minute. Actually, let me go grab a couple tanks. I usually start off with some easy stuff. Let me grab a couple. How you feeling, Cat? Cracking your back. I'm doing fantastical. Doing absolutely amazing. Life is beautiful. Life is crazy good. It's been raining all day. All day. yeah, it's going to get cold tonight. The rain's supposed to stop around midnight tonight. So we might see some snow flurries later tonight, maybe. Next couple days are going to be pretty cold in the 30s and teens at night. Oh man, I'm not looking forward to that. We're going to dip down to the teens. And we're not talking wind chill here. Man. Yeah, got to make sure the water's dripping. Heater's going to be working double time. Oh, it's going to be miserable. Just for a couple days. And then it gets back a little bit reasonable. Anything in the teens is totally unreasonable. It'd be good to take walks outside. I'll enjoy that, but still. How you doing, James? Getting things reorganized and set up? How you feeling? You know what? I gotta take my boots off. That's what's bothering me. Was just over Squirrels there. He had a chat earlier today I didn't even know about. Didn't see it. I joined him for the last 20 minutes or so. Struggling with my internet, but yeah. He got some painting done. He's with us here now. Kind of like a part 2 to today's painting madness. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. How you doing, itinerant? John. I got a Shiba Inu dog. Shibs are known as cat dogs because they are aloof and demand attention. A shib will only play fetch as long as it wants. You have to keep them interested. I'm tempted to look that up. If you want Nordic or Spartan, post a link to that particular dog. Like, do a Google search. I'm kind of preoccupied at the moment with my brushing. If somebody could look that up and post it in Discord, I'm curious what that even looks like. One of those Shiba Inu dogs. I've never heard of such a dog. Incredibly loyal. Boy, is it coming down out there. "38 degrees. Holy smokes. Posted a link to that dog breed. Excellent, thanks. I'm gonna take a look as soon as I'm done with this. Go over and take a peek. I never heard of it. Shiba. Shib? By the way, take everything I say with a grain of salt. And know that, that's the way I intend it. get carried away. People thinking I'm an absolute loon. Just an open-minded individual. Whoops. Oh, I got battle damage on the sides here. That's cool. Time is it? 30. I can hear the rain over on your end. It's coming down out there. Yeah, pretty consistent. If you listen real close, you might hear the water falling into my buckets I got outside the door. There's a hole in my roof thanks to a chimney that wasn't sealed properly. Water leaks in. I imagine it's coming across the beams, and it comes right at this doorway. My sister, when she lived in here, had this problem. We were always up there trying to find the hole and seal it up and all this stuff. So when I moved out here, I had to deal with it. And it was coming down, leaking through the ceiling so bad that I tore the sheetrock off the ceiling. I mean, I would say I got a hole there that's like a foot wide by maybe 4 or 5 feet long, where I took the sheetrock out of the ceiling, a whole section, just cut it out so it doesn't just ruin it and rot it and slop it all over. And right somewhere in there, there's this one section where the water is coming through. And I have to go up there and replace the whole damn thing, that whole section, and then some. And I wasn't able to do it this year, sadly. My sister was supposed to help me with that, but that didn't happen. And yeah, I've been dealing with that. So every time it rains, I've got to pull up the rug, put down some buckets, old school style, so it doesn't do any more damage to the floor. But yeah, this spring I'm going to take care of that proper. So it's one of the reasons I hate when it rains, because I got to go through this. I got to get some. I can't redo the whole roof, but I can. This one section in particular is the problem. It's all because of that chimney. But I'm gonna put up some new shingles and some gunk up there and try and fix the problem. And try and seal that chimney, because it's all because of that. The challenges. I've been living out here now for almost a year. I remember I moved out here. Oh no, it has been a year. Yeah, I moved out here like late November last year. And I've dealing with that ever since, among other things. But we'll get it. We'll get it. It's better than being in the old house. Oof. That was rough. You hear the dripping? Can you hear that dripping? That's funny. If I turn up my gain here, you'd definitely hear it. It's got a heater going too. But that's what it's like around here. East Coast. When it rains all day. And it's a steady rain. Huh, 2:15. Jeez, it felt like I've been on here for at least 3 hours. It's only been 2 hours? Wow. Well, anyway, what's going on here? Let's go check out some Discord action. Discord screen. Been playing Darkest Dungeon. That game may drive me mad. They killed my Crusader. It's such a good game, though. It's such a good game. Let me get this camera thing out of here. Bunk. All right, there we go. There's Matt's kitchen work there. He's got something cooking there. Trying to see what he's got back here. Some kind of honey. Looks like a different brand from mine, but it looks almost exactly. Mine is Nate's. Looks like AW and something honey. It's the same frickin' kind of label. Oh, he's got something going on there. Yes, sir, indeed. Is that chicken? What is that? It's like chicken breast. Boy, I bet that's gonna be good. He knows what he's doing. Yes, he does. I have a higher stress than most of my adventures. And now that's one of the things too, right? Is they get stressed out as they go through these dungeons. There's always one of them that's just falling apart, and it's suicidal. They're talking the death of the group and the end of the world, which affects the others. And you gotta get out bandages, do some magic, play some music, do something, get their spirits up. That's a pretty fun part of the game. I like that. Are you playing the first one or the second one? I played the first one. I like the first one better. Such a good game. If anyone hasn't played that on Steam, Darkest Dungeon, look it up. I think it's cheap to get. It's really good.
That's kind of random, Nordic. Where did that come from? Put me in a cockpit of a starship. Where did that come from? Are you just getting out of your system or what? I don't see where that connects to the conversation here. Just out of the blue. Boom. First one. Yeah, the first one rocks. I think Nordic is talking about, I'd rather play this type of game than Darkest Dungeon. I think that's what you mean, right? Yeah, I think the first one is better. You got it. Threw me off there. Just a little random spaceship flying. It's like, oh my gosh, I think Nordic's lost his mind. Getting something off his chest. That's about as random as Quad 66, who occasionally jumps in like that, just off the wall comments. Hey, this 40k battle mech sucks. Who needs a dungeon when you have an endless sea of stars to explore? I lost that a long, long time ago in a galaxy far away. There you left it behind, right? We get wacky here on the stream. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm the wackiest of them all. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum. That's why my videos get taken down. After the stream, I sit there and think, did I talk too much? Did I get wacky too much? Was I getting wacky? We got wacky. I'm going to turn this out. I can't share this. So you guys are the lucky ones that watch these live. Because, yeah, things get out of control. Usually when I bring our mascot in, it's usually when things get out of control. It's Cat. I gotta make sure that we keep the conversation varied, or she'll always default into cars. And she knows this, but I absolutely hate the topic of cars. I don't like talking about cars. I'm not a car dude. But I let her go. I let her talk about cars. But that's why I try and step in and keep it a little varied there. Let's do the paranormal again. Yeah. Which usually results in wildness ensuing, and then, gotta get rid of this video. Can't have that going on. Got me out here talking spirits again. Here's what I believe. I don't like doing that, but somehow it comes out of me. Here's what I think. Ghosts. Spirits. Yeah, it's a miserable night to be on sentry duty. Raining, and the temperature is going to drop drastically. Yeah, it is. I'm not looking forward to it. And it was so nice the past couple days. Last night wasn't bad. Just a little reminder. Hey, it's wintertime, baby. Remember me? I'm back. Every once in a while, that happens. Last year was great. The year before that was great. Mild winter. Mild, not much snow. Temperatures, okay, we had a week of below zero weather. That's okay. That's fine. That's mild. This year, we're starting off pretty cold. November got pretty cold. Very cold, in fact. December, cold. Actually, we're early December yet. Still hard to say, but I think it's going to be cold. Then we got January and February to look forward to. The worst, coldest part of the season. Ugh. Ugh. So my vape juice is half as much nicotine in it than usual, and I'm doing okay. It's fine. It's only 12 mg compared to 24. It's noticeable, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I can handle it. And something else I noticed is the flavor is totally different. And I didn't realize it till now, but I realized that I bought a different flavor. Usually I get some kind of hazelnut coffee flavor or something, but this is actually French coffee. That's all. It's just called French coffee. It's very sweet. Got a little creamy flavor to it. Kind of like a French vanilla. Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty good. Could be better, but I need a new vape. So yeah, I'm trying to cut back on the nicotine. My body is not liking so much nicotine, and it's a good time to do it because I know Ian's out there. He's got to make some big health changes too, so that's my commitment. I think we should all take a step back and do something good for our bodies. Do this together as a community. I'm doing it because of Ian, so he's not alone out there in this little journey. It's something. Does vaping actually help, or did it become a replacement crutch for the cigs? I never quit smoking. So it's not a crutch at all. I heard about vaping maybe 6-7 years ago, maybe even 8. And I was smoking a lot. Pack and a half a day, cigars, pipe, the whole thing. And it was having a big effect on me. I was coughing all the time, bringing up phlegm all the time, just crazy. And I've been smoking since I was a teenager. Quit once for like 3 years and got back into it. Like one of the hardest things I've ever done. But then I got introduced to vaping. So I got a little vape pen, real simple, cheap one. I was really interested in it because, it's flavored. Because if you watch people vape, it looks really satisfying. These huge clouds and stuff. What's going on here? Nicotine? So I tried it out. And I was immediately impressed. I loved the flavor. And I just wanted more of that satisfaction from it. So I've got some better vapes over the years. And all I'll say is that, number one, I've never quit smoking. In fact, I'll occasionally have a cigarette. Now and then, like maybe once a year. I don't have to. I don't need it. It totally took away my desire for cigarettes. And all the chemicals that are in those things that'll kill you. You can get vape juice with nicotine in it. That's the key here for me. You don't have to have nicotine in it, but you can control how much nicotine is in your vape juice. It could be 0, or it could be a lot, more than that's in a cigarette. And no bad side effects from it for me. Nothing at all. And I vape all the time, constantly. I don't have to smoke, at all. No problems with it. I had no problems kicking the old habit of cigarettes. And I love it. They really, literally taste like all these different things. Strawberry donuts. That's one of the advantages. You can get all these crazy tastes. And they do actually taste like this stuff, which is crazy. Or you can get tobacco flavors. I did those as well. Still do occasionally. And you get that same heat sensation that you get when you smoke cigarettes. If you've never smoked, when you smoke a cigarette, there's this heat sensation when you inhale. that you feel in your throat. You get that with this. I don't know what the chemical is that does that. There's like 3 chemicals in it. One of them is like formaldehyde. And maybe that's what gives you that heat sensation. I don't know. But so it has that, you know. So yeah, I could say that it saved my life from smoking cigarettes. I wish it was around when my mom was alive, because she smoked really heavy and ended up getting cancer at the end. But yeah, she would have benefited from this. I love it. I just love the flavors, the satisfying cloud. You know, it's not smoke. It's literally vapor. It's water vapor that you're blowing around the room. Doesn't stink. Just avoid the crap tasting vape. Yeah. It did help me. And I had a lot of friends. I'm always telling them, you know what, give up smoking and try vaping. And a lot of them, they'll try it, but it doesn't work for them. So I don't know how to explain that. I think half of the time they're just using a cheap vape pen that's not very good and they're not getting much from it. That's what I think. Jesse vapes too. He used to chew tobacco. Now he vapes. And he loves it. 9 months nicotine free, says James. I still want to smoke though. I don't know why that is. It's probably the quality of the vaporizer you're using. Like I use some pretty crazy vapes that ain't no simple vape pen. But that said, I'm thinking about getting a new one that's only like maybe $30. A cheaper one, because you really don't need these expensive ones. I mean, I'm paying over $100 each for these ones that I'm using now. Big tanks, batteries, and all this. You don't need that. You really don't. Never smoked at any point in my life. I've been around smokers, but never had the desire. Nah, good for you, man. I started smoking at 16 years old. High school. Because a friend dared me. Ian gave up smoking cigarettes. He vaped for a long time. I don't think he vapes anymore. I'm pretty sure he don't, especially now. Probably wouldn't be good for him. It's just nicotine. It's addictive. And if you're sensitive to nicotine, like caffeine sensitivity, I think it would be a problem. But it's just an addictive chemical that really won't kill you or anything. It's just addictive. But that's my vice. That's my vice. I smoked cigars during law school and after for a bit. You know what I like? I like pipe smoking. Ours will tell you that. He's an avid pipe smoker. Of course, you don't inhale that stuff. You're not supposed to. Not that it's less dangerous, but pipe smoking is particularly attractive. So many good flavors and all these fancy pipes. Still a bit messy, but still. I think pipe smoking is quite cool. I'd like to get more into that. Cigars are fun. Again, you don't inhale these things. You're not supposed to, but still. Fritz, I do believe that once Matt and I are done painting Punic Wars stuff, we will cast a gaze on the pike and shot, period. Yeah, that would be awesome. That's a good period. It's one of my favorite periods, actually, even though I don't game it. That reminds me of my secret project. Oh, it's coming together slowly but surely. Soon it will be revealed to all of you. Some of you will be shocked, some of you surprised. Others, I knew it was coming. But it'll be wonderful. I will give absolutely zero hints from this point on. I gave out plenty of secret hints in the past. Some of you will have a good idea. Most of you will have no clue. I've had an interest in the pike and shot for about a decade, but never got into it aside from the GMT Musket and Pike game, which I have not played yet. Misty Battlefield. The new year I plan to get 30 Years War Battles. Is that the Volume 2 tri-pack or whatever it is? I think I've seen that. Do you like strategic level English Civil War battles? There's a game that I can recommend by a friend of mine who's actually really well known in the community. I'll just say his first name, Charles. But he wrote a game, he designed a game back in the 90s, and I had the game and I loved it. Beautiful map for the 90s, and I loved the little counters with the illustration of the soldiers on it. They remind me of squad leader type of artwork, if you know what I mean, or Panzergrenadier. Not Panzergrenadier. Forget I said that. But it's a strategic level game of the English Civil War. You get a big giant map of the UK or England at the time, and it's got scenarios, tons of scenarios for particular specific campaigns, like the early war, the mid-war, later war, the incursions from the north, and so on and so forth. And it's really good if you want to see how the war was fought on a grand scale, where you recruit troops, there's sieges, there's some naval aspects to it, and you build up and fight these land battles. It's a strategic level game. I love the graphics on the counters, and it was published by Decision Games back in the day, and it's called King's War. Possibly The King's War. And look it up. It's got a very colorful cover that's like yellow, red, blue, just very colorful. Look it up. It's a good game. It's an older game. It's out of print. So you might be, if you do manage to find a copy of it laying around, I highly recommend you grab it. If for any reason, just the resource material for these campaigns, great stuff. great stuff. If you're a miniature war gamer, the English Civil Wars, you've got a campaign system in a box right here. DVR. Excuse me for just a minute. The dual pack has Dual pack 1 has the English Civil War in Sweden fights on. I'd be interested in strategic level pike and shot. You could do a Google search for it. It's called The King's War, English Civil War game. And yeah, if you can find it, pick it up. I had it at one point, sold it off. I know the author. Which is cool. You don't see many games like that covering that subject at that scale, so it's definitely worth grabbing if you can find it. I want to know. How you feeling, James? Still pretty bad off? I imagine you are. Sending me messages, scaring me. What's going on, James? What are you doing to me? You're scaring me. Gotta keep my eye on you. Still haven't figured out what I'm going to do for RPG action in the coming months. Still taking a break. I'm not really trying to do anything right now. A little bit of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. And I really love that game. It has everything I'm looking for in a game. Fantasy Roleplay. It's just got it. But I still want to do something that isn't fantasy. And I still want to do something that's nostalgic. And I keep thinking, you know, I could play D&D Basic. I could do fantasy... what's it called? Fantasy... Basic fantasy. I could do all these old school RPGs. But I'm thinking, you know, maybe what I should do is play some Hyperborea. That is the one game that has everything I'm looking for nostalgia. That more than anything else. I keep leaning into that. But I don't know. The fact that it's on Foundry now is a big plus for me because Foundry helps me to run games for people. Even if they don't use Foundry. That's a big boon for me. And it's got me thinking more about it. So I don't know. It's just more things I've been thinking about. And of course it's fantasy, so I'm still looking around at my sci-fi and other stuff. Traveler type games. But I'm nowhere near running anything outside of what I'm doing now. It's just, I need a break. I want to focus on my miniatures for a while and Let other people do stuff. You know? I might play some Pathfinder 2nd Edition with Byron and his girlfriend. Now that I would do for Byron. And of course, all my other players on Sunday will love that idea. It's like, oh, we're going to play Pathfinder again. Yes, yes. Kyle and Jesse, they'll throw a party. Yes, yes. I grabbed the other 2 D&D board games. The board game is very cheap at the moment. Spartan. My son wants to play Ravenloft so bad. I vote for a BX-derived game or Call of Cthulhu. Call of Cthulhu is definite because that's just not fantasy. Call of Cthulhu, Vaesen, Dragonbane. These are just such good short-term games that I could see myself playing all the time. Just I need a break. Yeah, keep Call of Cthulhu starter set. I really adore that game system. I hate the company, but I love the game system. I've played Call of Cthulhu before, and it's good, such a good, fun experience when it comes to mystery solving and horror, cosmic horror. Plus, Lovecraft is probably my favorite author, period. And I like his presence in all my games. Like Hyperborea, Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Call of Cthulhu stuff is in there, man. I'm telling you, it's good. It's good. I can't go without it. I need it. I get together, I think next Sunday. This coming Sunday. Hopefully Rachel will be there. I'll hear from her. She had her first game at Call of Cthulhu last weekend. I'm not even sure how well that went for her. I don't remember what she said about it. Remember she said her boyfriend ended up dying, which is typical. But we'll find out. We will find out. Let me scroll up here. Did you answer me, James, or what? I've already turned my attention to Frontier. Sure, at that garage, working in there's a bit of less miserable. I've already turned my attention to ironing things out. What games are we voting on? My next fantasy game I'm gonna run. Or any game. Garage. Stop doing that. Just a bad week for pain, anxiety, business. Alright. The One Ring easy answer. The heck was that? One Ring's a great game. but it's not going to go over well with my group. Not that I won't run it, but nah. Again, I'm not really thinking of running anything too soon right now. Focusing on other things, but eventually, as a couple months go by, I'm going to be gearing up for some RPG action, some one-shots, and eventually a full-fledged campaign of something. I'll try some new stuff. I'll say this again about Traveler. I'm not a big fan of one thing involving Traveler, and I was reminded of it just the other day, and it's the reason why I've made the following decision. As much as I love Traveler and would love to play it regular, I'm once again going to reiterate that I intend to use the Cepheus Universal System to run my Traveler-based games. And I think I've mentioned this before, but the reason is because everything that I need to run Traveler-based games is consolidated in one freaking book. One book. And if I've mentioned this before as well, but Cepheus is based on the SRD of Traveler, put out by Mongoose, so people can use the Traveler system to write their own games. Well, that's what Cepheus is. And in my opinion, it's actually a better version of Traveler. In my opinion. Again, I'm not a big Traveler player, so I don't have a lot of experience, but I find it to be the best version of the game system. And the fact that it's all consolidated in one book, where I literally don't need anything else, makes me happy. Very happy. And I have a lot of the Traveler books. Most of the Traveler books I have as PDFs, but you know what? It's so all over the place. And here's something good. The Traveler setting can be used with Cepheus. I could use Cepheus in any of the adventures, any of the settings for Traveler. So that's a good thing if you're a Traveler fan and want to play in my games. But yeah, Zoser Games is the one that produces it. Another game based on Traveler is Hostile. I was trying to think of that game the other day and I forgot what it was called. It's called Hostile. It's like an Alien-esque type game with an incredible setting. So if you're into that style of game, want to use Traveler, there you go. So yeah, that's the route I'm taking with my Traveler campaign, which is going to happen. It's going to be a big deal because I really want to get into the Traveler type of game. Just wanted to put that out there. And it's on Foundry. Let me put this guy down. This is the last Panzer IV I got to do. But it's cute. Anchor, Ranger type, can't remember the maker. These are practice. Gotcha. Practice models in preparation.
Converting flying colors to miniature form and getting Age of Sail ship miniatures. Ooh, Age of Sail. That's something I have to do for another future project as well. My secret project as well. That's a secret. That will never be released till the right moment. Oh, it's going to be so wonderful. You're going to be shocked. You're going to be amazed. It's going to make you think twice about your wargaming choices in life. For sure. For sure. Just wait and see. I have a lot of inspiration from certain folks. I won't name names. A lot of inspiration. Walter, you're looking very pissed off at me. They're getting there. They're getting ticked off. Especially Walter. I gotta get out of my chair and put some food in his dish. In fact, I'll do that right now. I thought I put food in your dish. I just did. Actually, he might be after the soft food. He gets biscuits and he gets soft canned food. He could be in the mood for the soft food. Which he gets addicted to. I gotta be careful how much I give him. Gets to a point where it's all he'll eat. There we go. It was good work today. Good work today. James, you're going to love my secret project. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. The flag and rating. All right, it's 7:16. I'm going to call it here so I could eat. And tonight I'm going to, I might make pasta since it's early too. I might make pasta. Might make some pasta. I got to get food supplies tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but it's too much rain. I'm not going to go through that hassle. Not that I'm leaving and going anywhere. But I might make the pasta tonight. How and what it ends up being, I don't know. But oh my gosh, do I love that pizza sauce. Or yeah, that sauce that I made the other night with a little bit of
little bit of that cinnamon. Oh my, just game changer. But I got everything I need, and we'll see. I'll think about that. Otherwise, it's potatoes and ramens or sausage. Well, I eat it all together anyway, so does it matter? So it's really either that, the ramen theme, or it's going to be the pasta theme. And pasta is such a treat. Oh my, it's so good. With sausage. A little bit of kielbasa. So on and so forth. I need more variety. I get hooked on these things, and it's like I don't have enough variety. Like I'll go weeks where the only thing I'm eating is potatoes and ramens. I'll get into something else where it's pasta and ramens, and that's all I eat. Lunch, dinner, maybe even breakfast. Breakfast I usually have fried potatoes. Cubed. I'm actually cubing the potatoes this time instead of slicing little round pieces of potatoes and frying them that way. Now I'm cutting them up into little cubes, which is really good. I prefer this better, actually. It cooks the potato more thoroughly, better. Little paprika, a little bit of parsley, onions, red pepper. Peppers, I should say. Not the crushed red pepper, but actual peppers. An egg, if I have any eggs. I'm out of eggs. I usually put that in there too, along with some sausage. Oh man, what a breakfast that is. What a breakfast that is. So good. I need to get some bacon. That would be awesome. Get some of that lard build up in you. Get that bacon fat built up here. So I can cook other things with it. Have a good evening, everyone, says Nordstrom. You take care, my friend. I hope you're feeling better. We'll keep you in our thoughts. Bring us good news tomorrow. Zadarock, have a good night. James L, need to add some beans and green peppers. Beans and green peppers. I love green peppers. Beans is good too. I'm hoping to be able to eat in the next 2 hours. Good evening, says James. I'll check that out a little later. Alright, folks, we're going to call it there so I can go eat, do some other things, take care of Maxwell the cat, the studio cat. Got to go over and visit him for a while, do a little work over there. Yeah, good productive day. Got some of my Flames of War prepped. Got a whole bunch of tanks prepped here. So yeah, we're doing good. We got about 9 days of preparation left, so get your projects ready. Get those figures primed, cut, ordered, and fresh brushes and paints, because we're going to start on the 20th. I'm going to have a special episode on that day, which is a Friday. It's going to be themed around the challenge, and I'm going to open it up on StreamYard for folks to come in that are involved with the project, come in and show off their work, chat with me, and yeah, so that's going to be a thing we're going to do on the 20th of December. So get ready. 2.5 months, the Winter Warmer Painting Challenge. And that'll do it for us tonight, folks. You guys hang in there, because it's only going to get better. And I'll talk to you folks again soon. Thanks, Sadarock. Thanks, Squirrel. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, James. Outro. There we go. Toodaloo.